Hi everyone, Reece Coker from Combat Academy, and welcome to one of our exciting tutorial videos. Today we are going to talk about what happens when a fight gets grabby. We've already talked about what stance you should be in at the start, we've talked about the fence, and we've talked about what happens when people throw punches, we've talked about the guard and that position there. But of course, what often happens in most fights is after those initial punches are thrown and we blocked and we've got in close, they'll often get quite grabby. So they'll start to grab you, they might be trying for headlocks, they might be trying to rake your face. At this point, I'm having what we call a standing, grappling, clinching session with the opponent. So there has to be a right way of doing it, and there is. And the first thing I want to do as soon as that situation gets grabby is I want to have my hand around the back of the head and the neck. Reason is, wherever the head goes, the body will follow. And it's possible from this position to lead the attacker around by pulling the head. If you notice, I've also clamped this arm here. And that's to stop him from getting that arm in my face. It's to keep it in position. It also stops him from throwing punches from that position. What I'm also going to do is tuck my head in nice and close and tight next to his head and close to his shoulder. That will also stop him from throwing punches from the other side, because I'm effectively using his head to block his own punches. So this is a really good initial position to get into. From this kind of position where it suddenly got grabby, first thing I want to do is get into here, into this position. This keeps me initially safe. Very quickly though, what you've got to realise is that I'm actually on the live side. And if I'm here, I'm on the inside, he can headbutt me, he can throw punches, he can start to grab and rake my face, which is why I want to get away from this live side onto what we call the dead side. So what I'm going to do from this position, as he's grabbing and grappling and posturing, I'm going to duck under that arm and end up on the dead side, okay? I keep everything in close, I keep my hips in close to his. I don't want him to be kneeing me in the private parts, so I'm going to eliminate that gap. I'm going to cut the bony part of my wrist into the side of his neck. I'm going to take a grip like this with my hands, a very, very strong grip, and I'm going to use this as a lever. So when I pull in, it will put pressure onto his neck. I'm also going to eliminate any gap here because I don't want him to be headbutting me. So if I put my head against his head, it eliminates that gap. Come into the lever with this grip here, directly onto the fist. I'm then going to use that as a lever, a little bit of tension, then breathe in. If I breathe in, it's going to put him under a lot of pressure. If I turn around and I breathe in, you'll see very quickly he's tapping to signify that's very, very uncomfortable. Now what I can do is a variant of this technique as well by just simply dropping my hand up here and grabbing my own bicep. I turn it into much more of a choke, and I'm going to turn around so that you can see. Hand here, as you can see I can manipulate his head, I can get my hands into his eyes, and then from here I'm going to breathe in, and this puts an awful lot of pressure on his carotid artery at the front, which is effectively trapped in between my elbow, as you can see. That's called the anaconda, working off of the dead side of the body, which is effectively a safe position to be in, the anaconda. I hope you enjoyed this video. We would love to hear your feedback. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content to come.